Reporter Josh Egbert is live with the last-minute campaigning.
Well, Emily and Greg, both gubernatorial candidates are taking to the sky just hours before the polls open here in Nebraska, both meeting face-to-face with the very voters that could help send them to the governor's mansion.
Nebraska needs a governor who fights for the middle class.
They've taken over our TVs.
Pete Ricketts, a businessman.
Every channel, every candidate, every day. But soon, they'll disappear.
Remember that a large percentage of votes have already been cast.
Before the polls open in Nebraska tomorrow, candidates are making one last plea to voters. Republican gubernatorial candidate Pete Ricketts spent the day flying around the state.
You've been working hard with us along here, but we need you this last push, this last 2 days, to go out and get people to vote.
His opponent, Democrat Chuck Hasselbrook, spoke to supporters in Omaha today before heading out on his statewide tour.
This is one last chance for voters to look us in the eye and understand that we'll fight for them.
Joining Ricketts in the air, Governor Dave Heineman, who spoke about his plan on moving the state forward.
We have a real choice in the race for governor. We can go with our guy who wants to move Nebraska forward, or you can go with the other guy who takes Nebraska backwards.
State Senator Jeremy Nordquist rallied the troops for Hasselbrook, talking up his plan for tax relief.
Chuck's plan is about property tax relief, meaningful property tax relief for hardworking Nebraska families. That's why we need to elect Chuck Hasselbrook tomorrow.
UNO political science professor Dr. Paul Landau says the governor's race has been a tough fight. He says the race is closer than gubernatorial races we've seen in the past. But for one candidate, the race to the top has been a tough road.
Mr. Hasselbrook was at a disadvantage from the start. But that said, he's run a good race, as has Mr. Ricketts. It's been a tough fight.
Now, the last Democrat to be elected to the governor's office was back in 1990 when Ben Nelson barely pulled out a victory in that race. Now, here tonight, Pete Ricketts, Ben Sasse, Lee Terry, all expected to make their final campaign stop here in just about a half hour. Again, all candidates will be taking to the sky tomorrow. Chuck Hasselbrook will be making his round the trip flyover as well. Now, does this last-minute campaigning actually work, or have voters already made up their mind? What our political insider is saying coming up tonight at 6. We're live tonight in Miller. Josh Egbert, KMTV Action 3 News.